Okay, just going to go over just a quick review of some of the tougher questions we were looking at today. But in reality, the questions really aren't that tough. It's just looking at them based on what we've done this year. So if we're looking at, for example, this shape. So if we're looking at a triangle, and I said that this side was 10 and this side was 8. If I ask you to calculate the area of that triangle, you'll learn, or you'll make the equation actually when you're in grade 6 next year, but you can kind of figure it out already now. The big thing to remember is we're dealing with rectangles in this unit, so when in doubt, try to find a rectangle. So for this triangle, if I just take this and extend it, I've created a rectangle. So on a quiz, if I was to give you that shape and say it's 10 by 8, right? You would just tell me that the area is side 1 times side 2, or 10 times 8. So we would have 80, and let's say it was centimeters, so I could get centimeters squared. So all we've done here is we've taken this rectangular shape. If we cut it in half, you actually end up forming two triangles. So if 80 centimeters squared is the area of that total rectangle, then the area of the triangle would be 80 divided by 2, or 40 centimeters squared. So that's how you deal with any sort of triangle, right? Just base it off of our knowledge of rectangles. And another thing to think about too is, for example, if we have this shape here. So if I have that shape there, I could say that this side here is 10 centimeters. This side over here is 4 centimeters. This is 2. This is 2. So if I'm looking to solve for this shape, I can take it and break it up into the rectangles that I wish. So I'll just zoom in a little closer here. If I look at that shape, I could choose to cut my rectangles this way if I want. I could cut them the other way. It doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. But if I look at what I have here, if I label this 1, 2, and 3, my first rectangle, the area 1, is 2 by 10, which is 20 centimeters squared. My rectangle number 3 here, because I'll just show that because it's a little more straightforward, area number 3 is 2 by 4, which is 8 centimeters squared. And that leaves me with my last shape. Well, that's 2, and that's 2, and this entire distance is 4. 4 minus 2 would mean that this little section there is 2. This side over here is 10. That side over here is 4. The difference for this little space would be 6, just if you were cutting them a bit differently. Now, the only thing, the problem we have right now is that we don't actually know how tall this space is here. So that would have to be given. One way I might do it is by just labeling that little side 2 centimeters. So that would also mean that this is 2. Area 2 would be 2 times 2, which is 4. And then, to get total area, I would add area 1, area 2, and area 3, or 20 plus 4 plus 8, which would give me 32 centimeters squared.